Good morning, everyone. Welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite, and this is one of my teaching decks where I put all the astrological glyphs on the cards. So once I flip them over, once they start popping up for us, for Friday, May 19th, 2023, by the way. Once you see the glyphs, what I'm hoping is, okay, so this one right here. Oh no, it's the devil. Here, let me drop the camera down just a little bit. What I'm hoping is that you'll start associating, just in case if you're wanting to learn, well, whether you're wanting to learn either the tarot or astrology, but especially how astrology works within the tarot. And I teach it, both ways, vice versa. When I teach astrology, I always bring in the tarot cards too. Except in my weekly readings because it takes too much time. But in all of the lessons, they're in there. So let me get the other two cards out. And I purposely didn't allow for reversals, but I will read both ways. And I'm going to do this for 2 or 3 weeks and see how you guys like it. So we have the Devil, Eight of Swords, and you can see Devil's ruled by Capricorn. Of course, Saturn rules Capricorn. The Eight of Swords is Jupiter in Gemini. So the mind is going crazy, kind of. And then the Six of Swords, Mercury in Aquarius. So interesting to have two swords with the devil. Okay, so when it comes to the devil straight up, upright position, and I apologize, I had to draw bathing suits on my cards so that YouTube doesn't ban me, basically. Anyway, it's our card for maybe feeling kind of down and pessimistic, not opening up to life. He's all about negating life, which is really what evil is. I tend to look at evil as live spelled backwards. And anytime we negate life, we are engaging in, evil's a really strong word, but just to go with the flow of the card, I'll go ahead and say it. I usually don't use it, except for, when I see these corrupt politicians and then I go, yeah, evil's just stupid. Anything that negates life is not coming from, the clarity of who you are. It's coming from a distortion. So whenever we get the devil upright, we're needing to look for our blind spots. Or we're needing to let go of an addiction of some type. And notice there's my chopstick here. The chains they can grab them and lift them up over their heads. They're not bound. They're not locked. And I love that they're around their necks, and really it's just the head, and that's further reiterated here with the Eight of Swords. It's all about your mental, what you're hooked into mentally first, because we don't know how strong we are when we're working through these things. And we're coming from the programming of the past that kept us, or tried to keep us, safe. It's a means of survival often, right? So, so it could be addictions, could be blind spots, blindness, any type of an abusive situation you may have been, in, just anything pessimistic, anything that, like I said, negates life. So let's see what it's like reversed. So if you get the devil reversed, that brings in a release from all of that, where you have freed yourself. The chains are literally falling off your head. They're gone, and you've walked away. I like this card better, reversed, of course. And so let's move on to the Eight of Swords here. So Jupiter brings in the expansion, and something going way out there often, it can also bring in excess. So with the excess of Jupiter in Gemini, we're just thinking too much. And, you know, she really just needs to step into the water of her feelings here and trust her instincts. Maybe she's been rejected. Maybe she's been kicked out of the castle back there because, you know, maybe she was a bad girl. God. Maybe she mouthed off to one of the lords, and she's on her own. But whether or not this is the self-created prison of our own minds, which I tend to read the card that way nowadays because, you know, there's no lord banning us from the castle. We're free women for the most part, although, you know, the laws have really messed with us lately. Anyway, we're having to battle that. So, but getting out of the confinement, the constriction, the overactive mind, and caring what other people think about you is one of the hallmarks of this card for me. So when I see this card in modern day times, I think of, like I said, what's our self-created prison? So you have to think of things like, ask yourself, who do you think you need to be in order to have love? Who do you think you need to be in order to have connection and approval? And if you can answer those questions, they'll solve all the problems in your life. So if you're thinking you have to be a certain way, like what remember Louise Hay, she used to say, oh, what would the neighbors think? And then she'd say, it's none of my business what anyone else thinks, right? So those words have stuck in my mind since the 80s. If we were to have the Eight of Swords reversed, then we're free. Where the mask has dropped off, and you know, in traditional tarot, that's the thing, as they say, you know, take the blinders off, free yourself. You know, don't allow yourself to feel so isolated or trapped, and definitely let go of any feelings of being, you know, hopeless, or like you have no more power, right? Those are all just victim consciousness when it's straight up, okay? And again, when it's reversed, it would bring in the possibility of clearing all of that out. Or clearing some of it out at least, because it seems like there's always, you know, more work. We will often have many opportunities to continue to do the deeper work. And they're all just little tests, you know. So then with the Six of Swords, things move on, and there's, you know, you've got the choppy water here, but the calm water that you're heading towards. And it's my card, it's one of my cards for healing, and that's especially true when it comes to healing the mind. But it's also my card for immigration and, you know, relocating, moving to somewhere where it's more peaceful, more calm, easier to live. So maybe there's some of that happening, and maybe there's traveling happening today too. Now, if the Six of Swords were reversed, then that brings in feeling stuck. That brings in travel issues. That brings in feeling a little overwhelmed and maybe like rocking the boat, kind of, you know, a little bit unstable. So I'm not sure what it's going to be for you guys, but let me know. I always... I'm always really curious, and I always enjoy your comments, even if I don't respond back. I love them, and you guys make me laugh so much. I just often get too busy and I can't, you know, type in the comments, but I just love them. So anyway, I take really good care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon. Bye.